Hi everyone, it is Jennifer from Inner Light, and I'm here today with your full moon forecast, energy forecast, and full moon reading. Before we get started, I would love it if you could just take a second to drop it in, to take a quick breath, and to ask your guides and your inner light which card is most meant for you before opening your eyes, intending to connect to the message that you need most in this now moment for this full moon. Just taking a moment to sink into your heart. And when you open your eyes, looking at the three cards and the three vibrations of essential oils that are matched with each card, seeing which one you are drawn to. Perhaps it is card 1, which is underneath the frankincense. Perhaps it is card 2, which is underneath the sage. And perhaps it is card 3, which is underneath the lavender. I'm going to give a general reading for the collective for the energy forecast for this full moon. And then I'm going to move forward to each card so that you can scroll forward to read your card in particular. Intending, of course, to go with your intuition. Sometimes you can be drawn to 2 cards, and that's more than okay. But always go with your first gut instinct without overthinking it. So these are my 3 favorite essential oils. So that's what I decided to use today. So we have card 1, frankincense, card 2, the sage, and card 3, the lavender. Welcome, everybody, to the full moon in Gemini. I am kind of excited about this moon. First of all, my sun sign is Gemini, and then my rising sign and my moon sign are Sagittarius. We are in Sagittarius season. To be honest, I've always resonated more deeply with Sagittarius energy. It is deeply philosophical, deeply spiritual. So this is the season that we're in. You might find yourself in a really reflective period, looking at the past year, looking forward to the next year. So Sagittarius is asking us to dig deep right now, to live more fully in your higher self or your soul self, right? My soul, like I'm always wanting to learn and grow and really connect into my soul. That's that drive right now. That's the Sagittarius energy. Now, Gemini is not really dissimilar to that. The Gemini energy is curious. Gemini loves to go and learn and do other things and do more things. It's also, if you know the human design manifesting generator, I do a bunch of things and I love to braid them together. That's Gemini energy. So right now we're being called to step out of our comfort zone and to really release whatever's holding you back from being your highest, truest version of yourself, because that's all the world needs is you in your fullness. And whatever that is. So maybe you're releasing with every full moon. We always do a releasing ceremony. I love to use breath. I love to use fire. I love to use salt water. So write out what you're wanting to release. Speak out. Gemini loves communication. Speak it out, write it out, burn it down, talk it out with family and friends. Dive into deeper connections. This is the time to do it. With this full moon, it actually peaks at 4:16 a.m. on Monday, November the 27th. I will probably post this reading before that, so I'm being careful about saying what day it is. So it is on Monday at 4:16 a.m. Shake it out, dance it out. That's my other favorite thing. The other night I needed to move energy and I just got up and I just started dancing. Movement is a powerful way to release energy. So I wish you the most glorious full moon. Women tend to really step into their power at this time. You might be having really vivid dreams, and use that power. Use that power, dig real deep, release a bunch of stuff. This is the last chapter of 2023. So it's time. We don't have more time to waste, right? So let's do it. I am going to dive into your card reading now. So for those of you who chose card 2 or 3, you can scroll forward to see me hold the essential oil as well as the card. So we'll begin with the frankincense with card 1. And with this card, I actually saw your higher self step forward, and behind your higher self was some challenges that you have basically like left behind you. With this card, it specifically talks about leaving behind shame, leaving behind fears, leaving behind any resistance at all. And you weren't just moving forward, you were moving to the east, which is the sign of new beginnings. And you were also on a segue. So there was this element of like playfulness and fun with that as well, right? And forward momentum as well. So here's your beautiful card. This is the Protection Guardian. So she is asking you to drop the shields, to drop the fears. She will help you to drop any resistance to becoming your highest self. Anytime I see a big, beautiful crown like this represents higher self energy. Wings, they want you to drop those shields to that version of yourself. Now you can call on her. She is essentially the feminine version of Archangel Michael, who comes in with his shield as well. They can offer very powerful protection for you as you release the fears and as you step forward into your higher self. It can be terrifying sometimes to do that. So they offer protection. Call on your guides to help you to move beyond any limiting beliefs right now. Now, I want to also pay note to the fact that there's some peacock energy here. First of all, with the colors and the feathers and all of that. Now, the peacock might have a special symbolism to you. Please trust that. For our family, it does represent a loved one. But for me, when I see the peacock, I think loud and proud, baby. I think heart chakra and throat chakra. So again, going with the whole Sagittarius Gemini vibe of speak your truth, share your heart, and do it however you want to do it, right? So there's the Protection Guardian that you can call on as you move forward, and you're clearly moving forward. So yeah, have some fun with that. Hop on a Segway. That is card 1. So if you choose card 2, Under the Sage Oil, card 2, holy moly. First of all, I saw like strength, and I saw balance, and I saw your sight being quite strong and quite balanced at this time. And I'm talking inner sight. I actually saw someone crawling into the depths. There's your Sagittarius energy, crawling into the depths. You've done this work to find your strength, to find your balance. You have done it. So I want to, and they want to, honor your devotion and your commitment to your healing and to your growth. Celebrate, my friends, celebrate. I can't believe that underneath the sage oil, right? Yeah, underneath the sage oil, it was the Sage card. I did not plan that, my friends. I pulled from a 44 card deck. How many cards are there? I don't even know. It is, 55. It is the Kyle Gray deck. 55 cards, and underneath the sage oil was the darn sage. You can't make this stuff up. So the sage is here to honor your commitment and your devotion to your, I really feel, spiritual growth. To me, the sage represents your wise one, the crone, if you're moving through that and towards that. It's representing the amount of awareness and observation and reflection that you've done. I mean, take note of all of the lessons and experiences that you've gone through to get to where you are, and honestly honor that. Now, they speak about the sage. What he's doing is he's actually writing. And he's writing because when we're going through continual lessons and growth, we need times of integration. That can feel like forever as a human being. It can feel slow. And that time of integration is where you're going to kind of like make note, reflect on the lessons, take notes down, because the truth is one day you might be the sage teaching other people how to do exactly what you're doing right now. Whatever it is you're moving through right now, someone else will use that wisdom. It might be your children, it might be clients of yours, it might be simply family. That's it, friends. All I know is that you've done your work and they want to honor you. Now, I also want to take note, look at his pen, everybody. We're back with the peacock, just like that first card. So the peacock medicine is also here for you. What I said in that first card, if you want to go back to that, maybe there's a connection between those cards. Maybe you chose both. The peacock represents speaking your truth, sharing your heart from a very truthful and authentic place, and doing so with pride. You have earned your spot at this table. So I'm honoring the sage in you. And last but not least, card 3, we've got this lavender oil. And card 3. What I saw with this card was you were standing and you had massive spirit guides at your back, hands on your back. In particular, the strongest would have been the feminine energy. I do think you're surrounded by both, almost like, say, 2 sets of grandparents, 2 sets of parents, or your set of parents. But the feminine energy comes in stronger for you. So I want you to know that they have got you. This is the card. This is the lady who essentially, if you work with the tarot and you have been pulling the Empress card, she is the Empress. She is the divine feminine goddess of creation, creativity, fertility. She's like the Earth Mother is what she represents. So if the Empress has been coming up for you, this is why. This is her just showing up again. You're in a profound time of growth and creation, and you've been in this time for a while. It is now time to reap the seeds that you have sown, essentially. They, what did I write down? I can't read my writing. Isn't that nice? They want to speak about there's potentially new contracts coming forward. Maybe this is business deals. Maybe this is a new business idea, a new career, could be even a birth, a marriage. Like there's something big happening, very fertile, right? So the lady can help you to connect into the forces of nature, which are within you, to help you in this beautiful time of abundance and fertility, to reap all that you've sown. I did feel a lot of pressure at my third eye as well. So if you're feeling headaches or dizziness or anything like that, oftentimes this is the pressure of the energy that's moving through, especially if you're really moving forward with lots of things, or if you're thinking about moving forward with lots of things. Sometimes this can be the third eye opening. You just want to brush that off. Funny enough, that was the wrong one. Where is it? The lavender was the one that was on top of this. That can help with that if you need that. So the other thing I want to make note of is, of course, if apples are significant to you, you hear of the sayings, maybe somebody in your family line used to say that to you, of an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But to me, it's also, I want to make note of the number 5, because it represents the pentagon, right? It represents, we've got the 5 seeds in there. So 5 might be significant to you, but to me, it also represents change. So you've made some big changes or are thinking about big changes, and that's all the energy. It is a fertile time for you to move forward with all of that. So this is your nod to do so. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I wish you the most blessed full moon in Gemini, and I will be back in 2 weeks with the new moon in December. And I thank you for being here. Please click like if you enjoyed this video, if you'd like to see more of these, so that I know what to keep creating. Please click subscribe if you haven't, so that you can stay on top of the readings that I do post. And yeah, if you're interested in your own personal reading, I do have a special for December that you can check out. It's called Looking Glass, and it is really like looking back towards 2023 with like kind reflection, and looking forward into 2024. And it's delivered to your email box. So you can check out my website for that. And thank you for being here. Happy full moon, everybody. Mwah.